Hello, my viewers. Over there, you are most welcome to my channel. Thank you. Today, you're in Nigeria, talking about Untouchable and Precious and the expensive prank that Precious did on Untouchable. Now, if you are joining me today and you don't know who is Precious and who is Untouchable, Precious is this young girl who was assisted by Untouchable. She is also known as a fruit seller. She was assisted by Untouchable, and she has been calling Untouchable dad. Untouchable has been calling her daughter. Untouchable has sponsored her here and there. And now, after some time, he proposed, and now the two are couples, yet to marry in the near future. And the two have been doing pranks here and there. And now, Precious decided to tell her to come with this expensive prank. Remember, Untouchable proposed to Precious, and there have been a lot of conflicts in the air. Very many people are, some people are objecting that Untouchable cannot marry Precious because Precious is like a daughter to him. Others are saying that Untouchable used to have a girlfriend, and it is because of Precious that Untouchable had to drop the girlfriend, and now he's planning to marry Precious. They feel like Untouchable did injustices to the former girlfriend, and so there is here and there. And now, even when Untouchable was proposing to Precious, he didn't have most of his friends around because in one way or another, he didn't know whether she was going to accept. Remember, Precious has been calling Untouchable daddy. Untouchable has been calling Precious daughter. And now they're couples. And you've seen people like MC Bagara, some of Untouchable's friends, objecting on the two people, on these two uniting or coming together as couples. But then they say love can grow anywhere. The two are not related. Now, those ones who are objecting, they say that they know Precious, so they know Precious deeply. They know some things about Precious, so Precious does not deserve to get married to Untouchable. Others were just saying simply because they used to relate to each other's father and daughter. And now this is where the prank came, the disturbing, the expensive prank came from. You know, when you're doing these pranks, I've seen people do pranks. Some people split completely because of stupid pranks. So when you're doing pranks, sometimes you need to be very selective on your pranks because sometimes you never know. And this is what Precious came about with. Precious came and collected some gentleman from somewhere. And he told the man to pretend as his suitor. And now they are coming to Untouchable to ask a hand in marriage. And Untouchable was disturbed. And she was telling Untouchable that, but you are my father figure, you are my father. They came with the yam, in Nigeria, and someone is coming to ask your hand in marriage. They come with those some items, things like yams, plant, oats, and so forth. And the man was like, you are the father figure of Precious, so I've come to seek a hand in marriage because I want to marry Precious. And Untouchable was like, Precious is my fiancée. She's my girlfriend. I'm getting married to her. And the man was like, no, have you seen her parents? Have you gone to see her parents? It was so disturbing. Everyone in the house was confused. And you could see Untouchable. He was helpless. I feel like his heart was racing at 200, at 360 or 700. I don't know. It was not a good prank to him. And as I commented in one of the videos that if someone is crippled or if someone has a disability or someone has a weakness, do not, even when you're pranking them, do not use the weakness while pranking them. Because someone cannot be blind or someone cannot be crippled, and then when you're pranking them, you're using the disability to prank them. That's not a good prank. That's an expensive prank. And I feel like that's what made even Untouchable very much annoyed and chased them away. And now another mistake Precious did was to take the engagement ring and throw it back to Untouchable, telling him that she swears before God that she cannot marry him because he is like the father to her. That was a very, very, very expensive prank. And we saw Untouchable. He got annoyed and tried to chase them out of the house. No matter how Precious was saying that it is a prank, it is a prank, Untouchable did not want to listen. And so he had to chase them out of the house. But we all know that Untouchable loves this girl. He loves her very much. And so today we've seen the two Precious and the said man, the man in question. They came and they apologized. And as usual, Untouchable forgave her. I believe she has learned her lesson. And mine is just to give a word of advice. These people who keeps on pranking each other, maybe you're pranking your boss, you're pranking your wife, your husband, your children, your neighbors. Try and be selective in this your prank game. I've seen people splitting for real because of a prank. Some pranks are very much expensive. For example, some people they don't condone cheating, and maybe you're married or you have a fiance, and now you are pranking your you are pranking your friend or your fiance or your husband or your wife that you are cheating. It might be a prank, but now you've introduced an idea in his mind, or you are pranking them that you are poisoning them. You see, it might just be a prank, but you see, there is the small seed you planted in their minds. Or maybe you prank them that you're insulting your mother-in-law, who is their mother. It just might be a simple prank, but that's a seed you planted. I feel like Precious and Untouchable, they're not supposed to use those things that people have been accusing them with. Precious knows very well that people have been accusing her and Untouchable against marrying each other because of this issue of son daughter father figure, as in Untouchable being the father figure to Precious. And people have been accusing Precious to be the reason or a reason why Untouchable had to drop the girlfriend. People feel like Precious is a gold digger who came in between Untouchable and the former girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend. And very many people have been accusing Untouchable for dating the daughter, in quotes, because in real sense he is not the father of Precious. So when it comes to these particular issues, I feel like Precious went overboard. You do not use such a thing to prank someone. You see, if it was someone who's suffering from anger issues or someone who's proud, that relationship will have ended once and for all. I've seen pranks breaking relationships for good, for good, and they are not be there and without no with no reverse gear. So I believe they have learned their lesson. I believe Precious will be selective with his prank, same to Untouchable. And we wish them all the best. If it's God who joined them together, no one can put asunder. Otherwise,